Hey everyone, and welcome to another Walter Coding Productions video. Today we are doing the How Many Fingers assignment using the random function in a way that Plantz did not cover. Remember when we were little, we would guess how many fingers were behind someone's back and hope you got it right? No, because what are friends and what is a memory? In any case, you needed to guess 1 through 5 or 0 if you were in the mega cool crowd, and see if you got it right. So that's what we'll be writing the code for today, to guess 1 through 5 on a computer and hope you get it right. So here we are including IOStream, C standard library, and a new thing, C time. Now I'm sure there's many ways to get this to work without using C time, but in my time crunch I don't care to find another way. What this will do is allow for the compiler to measure for a value of time, later measuring infinitely, just to choose a value at random. Make sure to have using namespace std if you are copying my code. So now here we are with the meat and potatoes of the code. Start with your standard string, int main, and then assign variables. I chose x and y. The player's input will be x and the computer will be y. For mine, I wanted the player to know what they were entering in the console, so I had the compiler put out guess a number 1 through 5. This way the player knows what to enter. Then using c in x, the player will have a value to put in. Next up is the computer, the part that you likely came here for. So, we start off with the srand time null. This is what makes the randomization possible by defining its constraints. This is where the seed stuff from the nodes comes into play for most cases, but for whatever reason I can't get it to work that way. Anyway, we then set the variable for the computer. Y is equal to rand $5 plus 1. This line reads in English, y is equal to randomize, choosing from a range of 5, starting at 1. Now for an easier time seeing what was chosen, I used you chose x and computer chose y, just so that you can see if something is wrong, but the end lines on those are there so that they don't overlap later. For the confirmations, I used 2 while loops. They were if x and y are the same, the output was that the player was right, and the other was if x and y are not the same, to put them as the player was incorrect. Make sure to add break statements at the ends of these, otherwise they will get messy very quickly. After all this, just make sure it runs, and then you should be fine. Although, you will notice that occasionally the computer likes to choose a number a lot repeatedly. However, if you keep running it, you will see that it does choose randomly. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you very much for watching. Some good news is I have a second monitor and a new microphone on the way. The setup works, but I know it's not very much fun for any of you to watch or listen to. OBS has been installed with some new video editing software too, so in the next coming weeks things should be better, at least I hope. Stay safe everyone, practice social distancing, and of course, most importantly, whatever you do, do not sub to Plantz. See you guys.